Hi, beautiful souls. Today I'm going to talk about heaven. What is heaven? You know the old cartoons that have the little angel sitting on the clouds, strumming a harp, looking all bright and shiny and happy, and the other place, hell, is where they have fire and brimstone and devils and pitchforks and pain and agony and all that. I'm not so sure that's accurate. I think that's kind of a silly caricature, but it a little bit gets the point across. So heaven is internal. There is such a thing, I think, as heaven on earth, but that's usually temporary. We feel heaven on earth when we're in love or when we win the lottery. I don't know what that feels like. I never won the lottery. Or when something really, really good happens, when it's our birthday and all our friends show up, or, when I gave birth to my first child or second child also, I felt like I was in heaven, even though I was in a little bit of pain. We have many moments for heaven on earth. But I want to talk about heaven not on earth and what that's like. Heaven in the inner worlds can be a billion different scenarios. There's not just one heaven. And if you want it to be sitting on a cloud, strumming a harp, filled with light, then maybe that's what you'll get to experience for a while. But I think after a while that'd be kind of boring. So there are many different levels of heaven. There are levels of heaven on the different planes of existence, like the astral plane, the causal plane, the mental plane, and the etheric plane. And then the good stuff is on the soul plane and above. So there are many different levels of heaven that are talked about in many spiritual teachings. I talk about them a little bit in my books. I talk about how to feel that heavenly light in all of my Kabbalah meditation books. There's one called Awaken and Love It that has all 72 names of God and the different energies that those different names, which are really 3 Hebrew letters, but they have a very strong vibration in a certain direction. So I have meditations in each of those in my book, Awaken and Love It. And then there are 18 other 10-power meditation books that are really inexpensive for all kinds of things that bother you and all kinds of things that you may aspire to, like anxiety or healing or spiritual transformation or mission accomplished, different things like that. Look it up on my website, marciadiane.com/books, and also on Amazon. There are many ways to experience heaven. The most easy way to experience heaven is to sit quietly in meditation, or when you're laying in bed at night before you go to sleep, put your attention either on your heart or on your third eye. That's a place where a lot of people jump off into the inner worlds because there's a gland in the middle of the head called the pineal gland that they call the seat of the soul, that's connected to the higher levels of consciousness. Anyway, I'm not going to make this a huge long discourse on heaven because I could probably talk for years, and I want you to experience it for yourself. Go to the places where you want to go, meet the people that you used to know and love. Just make it up. Now, there is a difference between using our imagination and actually doing universal soul movement, where a doorway or a portal opens into the inner worlds, into the heavenly worlds. You'll have to experiment with that. Sometimes it starts, though, with using your imagination and projecting yourself into some beautiful place, a happy place. For those of you who've been traumatized, or those of you who struggle with your emotions, or anybody really, I hope that you create a happy place on the inner. Your happy place could be someplace that you love. I love the ocean, so standing on the beach by the ocean is part of my happy place. Some people have an interior happy place with a fireplace or a window looking out over a beautiful scenery. Whatever you want, I would encourage you to create a happy place that you can go to. And from that happy place, you can just relax. Relax, imagine a scenario that would make you feel good, maybe something from your past, maybe something you would like to create in your future. Use your imagination to create that. And when you're really, really relaxed, and you move from the waking state of consciousness, which is beta brainwaves, to an alpha brainwave state of consciousness, which is very, very relaxed, you may find that a portal or an opening happens, and you can just walk through that into a real heavenly place. I help people do that with my hypnosis and quantum healing hypnosis therapies. Those are really fun. So I would encourage you to really explore heaven, your heaven, and what that would look like. And if you can't get there, the first 25 times you try, don't give up. It took me years of practice to really be able to more consciously open that portal and go through it into a heavenly realm. Definitely possible. Okay, I think that's enough for today. One more thing, I do have a course called Essential Mastery, and in that course, I help people to remove the blockages that keep them from living in their happy place all the time or most of the time. And I have spiritual exercises, which is like a guided meditation, where it helps you to just gently move into the inner worlds, into your happy place. I encourage you to check that out. All right, take care.